Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. Beloved a cappella group Straight No Chaser brings its yacht rock tour to Wolf Trap in Vienna, Virginia this Wednesday night. I spoke to tenor Tyler Trapp about the group's successful career, including its new album Yacht on the Rocks, out this Friday.
Hey, this is Tyler Trapp, and I'm one of the singers in Straight No Chaser. I sing tenor and do a little bit of the percussion.
Yes, and we're excited to talk to you, Tyler, because Straight No Chaser is coming to Wolf Trap here in Virginia, Vienna, Virginia, to be exact, on June 21st. Sort of timed with the new album that I believe drops on June 23rd. So June's going to be a big month for you guys. Let's start with the live concert. Have you all played Wolf Trap before? I mean, it's such a beautiful spot out there.
We have been, yes, very honored to have played Wolf Trap before. You're right. It is an awesome venue. We look forward to it every time. And, we just, a venue like that, you kind of just think to yourself, like, you can't believe that you're playing a venue like this. It's just so awesome. And it's outdoors and people are on the lawn and on the seats and it's just a great venue. And like I said, we look forward to it every year. And we're so happy that we get to come back this year to do our yacht rock tour with this new album coming out as well. We're really excited for this summer, and we're excited for this specific show to kick off the tour. So yes, we're ready for it.
Absolutely. Not every day you get to play outdoors at a beautiful national park like Wolf Trap.
That's right.
Incredible.
That's right.
So
it's great. Yeah, we love it.
So are they going to hear, it's called the Yacht Rock Tour. So I assume that means they'll mostly hear stuff from the Yacht on the Rocks, the new album that's coming out on the 23rd. Is it mostly that stuff or is it going to be like some of the greatest hits from the career as well?
We're going to try this. This is a summer tour, probably unlike a lot of the other summer tours we've done, but we're going to try to do a lot from the album. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there that you'll know. Even though you may not know yacht rock as a venue, you might be like, oh, I don't really know what that is. I don't have a yacht. I don't know what that is. But no. It's music you've heard, Kenny Loggins and Christopher Cross and Toto and Bill Withers and Earth, Wind & Fire. All that stuff it's stuff that you will know. But we're going to try to do a lot of the stuff from the album. But I'm sure there'll be a sprinkle of S&C classics as well.
Yeah. So whether you own a yacht or not, I'm guessing most people don't, but it's just summer songs, you know what I mean?
Right. And
good old summer songs. It opens with Escape the Pina Colada song, and then we're on to Sailing and on the rest. So
that's right. And for the record, none of us in the band own yachts.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a catchy title, man.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? Summer vibe, soaking up the sun on the water.
Absolutely.
Beach songs, or pool songs, either way. Hey, so you rattled off some of the names of the artists that you cover, but run through some of the actual song titles. So if people come out, you're gonna hear these great a cappella Straight No Chaser covers of which songs here?
Right. So you mentioned two of them. So Escape the Pina Colada song, which a lot of people know. If you like Pina Coladas, people know that song. Sailing, of course, is kind of like a yacht rock sort of staple. By Christopher Cross. We do, some Kenny Loggins stuff, Heart to Heart, and kind of his version / Michael McDonald's version of What a Fool Believes. Bill Withers' Lovely Day, Earth, Wind & Fire, After the Love Is Gone. Christopher Cross, Ride Like the Wind. Some of these just kind of great, kind of easy listening, but fun songs, especially, like you said, summertime vibes.
Oh yeah, people. The album includes Boz Scaggs' Lido Shuffle and Steely Dan's Reelin' in the Years. I mean, there's some classic songs on here. Taking It to the Streets, Doobies. I mean, it's great stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, well, whenever that's gonna be fun, but whenever I have someone famous, a band, a group artist on, I always love to sort of hear your origin story, how you got started. So where exactly did you grow up, and how did you meet up with everyone and form Straight No Chaser?
I was born and raised in Iowa, and I decided to go to Indiana University, which is where the group was founded, and I was a part of the group in college, and then of course, like everybody else, we left the group at college to be a college thing for other people to enjoy and have fun. And then this whole kind of lucky chance record deal thing came along in 2008, and we got signed to a record deal, and I was one of the guys that they called to kind of say, hey, do you want to do this, a cappella group thing full time? And of course, we're all like, well, I don't know. It's we don't know what this is going to be like, but here we are, kind of. Let's see, what is that? Almost 14, 15 years later. So it's pretty crazy, but yeah, it's Indiana University is kind of what brought us all together. And yeah, like I said, now we're here a bunch of years later, still touring and still playing great venues like Wolf Trap there in DC area.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe it's been, if that first album Holiday Spirits was 2008, it's wow, well, yeah, that's 15th anniversary, 2023, 2008. Yeah, my math is right. Yeah, 20
There you go.
15th
There you
anniversary. Take us back to that, how that first one blew up. The Holiday Spirits, I think it was I think it was the 12 Days of Christmas, the funny version of that really launched you guys, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's our our quote unquote hit that people usually know us from, and it's the song that people will know for sure if they come to see one of our shows. We do it at the end and try to make it different every year, which we'll do in the fall, of course. But that's kind of the one that people know, and that's the video that people saw in 2008, and that's eventually what got us signed. So yeah, that was the one.
Oh yeah, and you'll still hear that if you come after the Yacht Rock tour. There's the Slaying It tour in the fall.
That's
I don't know.
right.
I don't know
Absolutely.
where
You got your info right.
Yeah. Reading an email is is such a talented thing.
You'd be surprised, my man.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, I think I don't know if there's any local DC ones for that one. Maybe the closest might be if you want to drive up to Pittsburgh or New York or something. But anyway, yeah. So that first one, Holiday Spirits. Then I guess it was so popular that you followed up with another Christmas one, Christmas Cheers. What's your favorite one on that album?
That album was actually my favorite one. I had my first arrangement on the album. I'm one of probably three or four main arrangers in the group, and I had my first arrangement on that album. So I like "I'll Be Home for Christmas" is one of my favorites.
That's the one you arranged?
Yep.
Well, that's a special place in the heart.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a bunch of fun ones on there. I mean, I would say, like, after 12 days, a lot of requests we get are for the Christmas can, and that's on that one. So that's a fun one that we do. So people enjoy that.
Absolutely. And then moving right along, how important was it that third album, With a Twist, was showing that you could pivot and do something different that wasn't just holiday tunes? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't want to get typecast as a holiday touring band. This one showed that you could do other stuff. Here's my segue. Joy to the World is on there, but it's not the holiday joy. It's the Three Dog Night. Jeremiah was a bullfront. So that's our segue into, why is it so important that you guys, you showed you could do other stuff?
Well, yeah, like you're saying, it was important for us to do some music outside of the holiday genre, so we could tour all year, like we're doing now with the Yacht Rock thing. So we wanted to make sure that we could do, and the record label too wanted to make sure that we could do an album of non-holiday tunes that people would enjoy as well. So we just went back to the drawing boards of what songs would be good, and came up with that album, and people seemed to like it. We had a lot of fun recording and singing those tunes, and we still do some of them today. I'm Yours is a very popular one that we still do a lot. But yeah, it was important that we get a non-holiday record out there so we could tour all year.
Yeah, the I'm Yours was a Jason Mraz cover, and then you kind of did it as a dual thing, tying him Somewhere of the Rainbow too. That was pretty cool.
We did. Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you had, I think Barry Manilow was on one song on that album, but you kind of continued the collab idea big time into the next album called Under the Influence, because you worked with some of the biggest artists we're featuring in a lot of these. Remind our list. I have the list here, but I can't use a soundbite if I say it on the radio. So remind us some of the big songs.
Yeah.
Or the big collaborators.
We wanted to do kind of a duets album, sort of, and kind of under that realm. And our record label at the time, Atlantic Records, was trying to take a big swing. So they, basically picked up their Rolodex of phone in their phone records and called everybody that they could, and just took a big swing. So every time we got somebody on this album, we were just like totally shocked. Like, how are we getting this name to be on our record? It was pretty insane. I mean, Elton John, Sarah Bareilles, Seal, like you said, Jason Mraz, Rob Thomas. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Stevie Wonder. I mean, like, it's insane that these people are singing on an album that has our name on it, and my picture is still to this day pretty crazy. So it was definitely an honor to have those people on our record.
It's crazy. All of the names you mentioned, super, super mega stars, and you still didn't even mention Dolly Parton and Phil Collins.
Right.
I mean,
That's right. I know
the whole
there's
thing
a
is
lot.
stacked.
Yeah. There is, yeah, very, very cool. And it's just like, you can't even put into words. Cause like, those are the people that, like, like I said, when I was growing up in Iowa, like those are the people that I listen to, right? Those are the people that influence the way that I sing and perform and arrange. And so it's just crazy that they're going to be, on something that you're on as well. It's just awesome. And it was such a cool experience.
It's so, so cool. Well, I'm not going to make you go through every single album because we probably would be here all day. But
I was like, I got time. I mean, we're not going on tour for another month, so I got some time. But
I mean, if you want to talk, tell me about the new
whatever,
no. But
whatever you want to do, man.
I'll list the others real quickly. So you followed that with the New Old Fashioned, and then I'll have another, which was a Christmas album. So returning to that, then One Shot and Social Christmasing, I think are at least the main albums there. Well, very, very cool. Do you, out of the one, so I don't have to make you go through all of them, out of those four most recent albums, over the last 10-year decade or whatever, what do you have one that you should tell our listeners, like, hey, if you missed those, go back to this song or that album, like, as a good jumping in point to explore those more recent ones?
Well, I mean, I'll just say that, I mean, obviously one sticks out, Social Christmasing, because that was in 2020, where, nobody was touring and nobody was getting together. And that will always hold a special place in my heart, because that album we recorded from our own home. So everybody recorded from their own homes in their own city, in their own town, in their own rooms. They recorded all the parts from their homes and then sent them in. And then we had the album put all together by one guy. So that album will always be special to me because of how it was done, and the time period that it was done. It was kind of the only thing that we did that year, so we were very proud of that, and it will, like I said, be always special to me. So yeah, that album is very, very cool.
Oh yeah, and the title, obviously, Social Christmasing, is a play on social distancing, which was,
Right.
everything back then.
Right.
What did you use to record separately at your houses? Was it like a Shure? I'm rocking with a Shure SM7B right now. What do you know what your setup is at home?
Well, I think every guy's is kind of different. I have an AKG C414, which a lot of listeners just were like, "You just spoke a different language to me," but that's fine.
Yeah, we're talking gibberish now.
But I mean, a lot of guys have kind of their own setup, but just, a good decent mic, to a condenser mic, usually to be good for vocals. There were a couple of instances where guys had to, like, if they were singing a lead or something, they had to go into a local studio or something just to be on a better mic for like an hour or so, just to kind of do that. But most of it was recorded from home. So it was pretty cool how we all made that work. And now we kind of have that luxury. So, if we record the bulk of an album, like this Yacht Rock album we did a lot of it in about 2 weeks. We did the bulk of it, and then, we kind of picked up some loose ends kind of at home, which is a nice luxury to have. So that's kind of what 2020 sparked, was the ability to, now we can all record from home.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sort of go chronologically through most all of the albums, but
No
just,
problem.
if we can take a step back, just like big picture it, just in general, why do you think, what is so special about a cappella singing in general? Why do you think there's just something that anybody, no matter who you are, where you grew up, that when you hear sort of all those harmonies happening, there's just something soothing to it to me. But why do you think it is? How would you sum that up?
I think, just like, in the simplest way, there's no instruments, it's just voices. And I think when people hear something that's like just voices, their ear kind of just automatically turns to it, whether it's, an a cappella group, a choir, a barbershop group, or whatever, or just voices that they hear. I think it's just something that's kind of, like you said, soothing to the ear. And, and when you add some percussions and some low bass on it, like we have, it kind of kicks it into another gear. So, we think that we provide a very unique show and unique experience. We're not just going to be up there singing songs. We're going to sing songs that you all know, but we're also going to have fun and, make fun of each other and hopefully make you laugh and have a good time. And whether you're 8 years old or 80 years old, we'll have something in there for you. So I think we just kind of bring a unique experience that we are a cappella and we do have a different, type of show than like maybe like a normal show that you would go to. So yeah, it's very fun and special. We hope to see everybody out there at Wolf Trap.
Absolutely. I'm with you. There's something about just when it's all voices, even making sort of the instruments, or I guess it's similar to like a beatboxing behind singing or whatever, but I'll never forget, what was that, Boys to Men's Thank You. Remember in that 2 album?
Yeah.
Like, I like this. And it's all, when you realize as a kid, you're like, that's all their voices. It just draws you in.
Totally.
Final seconds, you're pretty much worldwide famous now because of all the albums and everything, but are you guys just, since this was like started as a student group at Indiana University, are you just like especially rock stars there? Like when when you come back and do concerts, is Indiana like Straight No Chaser? Oh my
god. I would say nowhere is really like that. I mean, we're not like super duper. We're not like the Jonas Brothers walking around or anything.
Right.
But we do know a lot of people there just because of people have worked there since we were in college. So we just have a lot of contacts and a lot of friends and a lot of family and people that kind of live around the area. So we do know more people, but it's not anything crazy. But I will say that Bloomington does a great job of showing out when we do go there. So it's always a pleasure to go back there. We've done, a bunch of shows there. We've recorded albums there. We've done a bunch of stuff there. So it's always fun to go back there just because of all the people that we know.
Awesome. And what is Another Round? Is that like another group? Is that like what the college group is called now?
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically us in college. They're the student group at IU. So gotcha. There was a time when there was, 2 groups under the same name, and then we were kind of like, well, it's just, people are getting confused and fans are getting confused. So they changed their name to Another Round and are still doing great. They do stuff all around campus and around the state of Indiana and do a bunch of great stuff for the campus. And they're a great group.
Awesome. Well, everyone check out Straight No Chaser at Wolf Trap coming up on June 21st in Virginia, and also get the album that's going to drop June 23rd, all around the same time. The album is called Yacht on the Rocks and the tour is called the Yacht Rock Tour. But again, you don't need a yacht, just show up and enjoy some summer music.
Summer vibes, baby. Let's go.
Summer vibes, baby. Pina coladas. Hey, thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks so much for joining us on Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Remember to hit the subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.